Are we live? Are we live? Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It's your boy, the host with the most. I do not brag or boast, and I'm coming to you guys live from coast to coast. It's your boy. I'm Chris Don One, and welcome to another edition, another rendition of Too Early for This podcast, episode 10. How y'all living? I'm living swell. Rate, comment, subscribe. Get this podcast in the YouTube algorithm, okay? Also, like and comment below. Now, it's going to be a lot of people that's going to be trickling in when we're in live mode, but when this live becomes official, becomes a actual video, we're going to have people that probably going to watch this at a later date or at a later time. But anyway, comment, like this video, share it with your friends, family, and followers, and let's get it in. Today's topic on Too Early for This podcast, the saga continues with Ice Cream Vlog, aka Milk and Honey, aka Tea with the Milk, aka Milk with Coconut Butter, aka this man is still in hiding. All right, please put out an APB on Ice Cream Vlogs. We have not seen your boy. It's going on almost a week. Almost a week. Haven't heard no hide or hair of Mr. Ice Cream Vlog. I guess that dental office is mad busy in the holiday season. Here's the season to be jolly looking. Ice Cream Vlog is nowhere to be found. And if you checked out my live stream last week when we talked about this, and when I went into full detail in both of my videos about Mr. Ice Cream Vlog, which, by the way, the live stream as well as both of those videos are on this channel. So please listen to those videos, listen to the live stream, rate, comment, subscribe, and let's get those videos in the YouTube algorithm, particularly when we in these YouTube streets. Okay, so Ice Cream Vlog is still in hiding. All right, he's hiding harder than Bin Laden, Lottie Dottie. We like to party. When Bin Laden hide up underneath that hole, and all he had when he was in that hole, when he was trying to hide from us, the United States of these Americas, all right, that fool had a King James version of the Bible, a beeper, and a sidekick, all right. Uh, they dug that man out of the hole, man. That man looked like he's been shoveling coal for at least 6 months straight, all right. But Ice Cream Vlog is still in hiding, particularly in these YouTube streets. And if you're not aware of what's going on with one Mr. Ice Cream Vlog, allow your boy to explain. Ice Cream Vlog, if you haven't heard about him, he's an individual in these YouTube streets that take it upon himself, take on his due diligence as far as exposing YouTube influencers. He talked several things on his channel about how a lot of YouTube influencers, everyone brag and boast on YouTube. And it doesn't matter if you a YouTube streamer or you're a YouTube influencer or, whatever the case. Everyone dabbles into bragging and boasting. And sometimes when you're painting the picture, you're really not painting the picture accurate. And you're just doing it for, hits and giggles and to garner more influence as far as your name, your brand, your channel. All right. So Mr. Ice Cream Vlog will make videos about a lot of YouTube influencers faking the funk, talking about they bought their jewelry and they're still renting their jewelry, talking about they're buying these mansions and they're renting these mansions, talking about they own a fleet of cars and they don't own now car, okay? Not one car, not now car, okay? Uh and about their clothes and things, hyping themselves up a little bit, clout chasing in a major way. And it's all fine and dandy in my humble opinion. If you want to brag and boast and maybe you're adding a little bit too much to it, you're doing way too much. That's one thing. But ice cream vlog, if you're gonna do that, you're going to be you're going to have to realize that there's going to be people out there that's going to expose whether or not you own these houses or own these cars or own these the jewels. All right. And that's what Mr. Ice Cream Vlog was doing. Now, he was also exposing a lot of YouTube influencers on their raffles, on their giveaways and things of that nature, because that was the new hustle last year. Every YouTube influencer was doing car raffles or just raffles in general. And that would, create a lot of income for a lot of these YouTube influencers, which is fine and dandy. If, and I tell people raffles are gambles. Okay. It's not expected that you put like $100, $200, $300 to buy a raffle ticket. It's not guaranteed that you're going to win anything. And that's what it is. It's a gamble. You're gambling to see whether or not you're going to win this car or win this large amount of money or this trip. And if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. But that's why they call it gambling. All right. On the side note, and I remember talking about, a lot of these YouTube influencers doing these raffles. Now, Mr. Ice Cream Vlog took it a step further. He started outing people, saying that these raffles were fake, these giveaways were fake. And he was exposing a lot of YouTube influencers that way, as well as he was showing these YouTube influencers their address, where they live at. He was also going at their children, going at their significant others, just going after people that has no rhyme or reason to why you're exposing the YouTube influencer. And before we get into it, look here. I understand there's people out there that want to expose these YouTube influencers. I understand that a lot of these YouTube influencers be faking the funk, all right? And I understand that there are content creators out there that take it upon themselves to expose the real truth on a lot of these YouTube influencers. That's fine and dandy. And I remember 1000 HP Media said that, Ice Cream Vlog was sort of like the YouTube police. All right. And if we just allow these YouTube influencers to say whatever they want to say, do whatever they want to do, and there's no consequences or repercussions, or there's no one out there that's letting us know the real deal about these YouTube influencers. That's basically what Ice Cream Vlog was doing when he was creating these videos. And that's fine and dandy if you want to have that opinion. But I also made the opinion that, okay, it's fine that Ice Cream Vlog, 1000 HP Media, and other content creators were considering themselves the police of YouTube. That's fine and dandy. But who police the police? All right. Are we just going to allow people that exposing? It's fine that you're going to expose these YouTube influencers, but what if you're doing wrong? Okay, who's going to police the police? All right. So my thing of it is, I have no issues with you exposing YouTube influencers about how much money that they're faking the funk and flexing, saying they make X amount of money. Come to find out they're not even making that money. If you want to make a video about that, fine. If you want to make a video about these YouTube influencers faking the funk about they done bought this jewelry or they done bought this house, They done bought these fleet of cars. And if you got evidence showing that none of that happened, that's fine as well. Okay, I'm cool with it. If you want to make videos like that, I'm cool with it. But I felt like Ice Cream Vlog was an habitual line stepper, because not only he will go that far to the umpteenth degree, but then he'll even go even further when you're, showing children, relatives, their family, when you're showing their addresses, or their relatives' addresses, or their significant other address. If you're showing where they actually work at, and you're making a public campaign to get them fired at their job, or get them or school, gym, wherever, if they go to school or work at a gym, or they work out at a gym, you're trying to get them expelled from those type of situations. um that's taking it too far. All right. No women, no children. That's what the legendary Scarface Al Pacino said in his movie. Hey, no women, no children. Okay. I feel like, Ice Cream Vlog, if he just kept it on exposing these YouTube influencers about their money, about their cars, come to find out they don't own their cars, they don't own their houses, and you want to make a video about that, that's fine and dandy. I feel like that's fair play. But when you go above and beyond, and you start talking about family members, when you talk about significant others, their wives, their husbands, when you're talking about their private situations, then that's another thing entirely. Now, everything that's supposed to be private ain't private. Sometimes, like if that's fine, but I don't think you should include women and children that have no bearing or no importance to what this content creator is doing on their platform. They they're not co-signing to this. All right. I felt like Ice Cream Vlog sometimes takes it too far. Sometimes he's in play. Sometimes it's fair game, but sometimes Ice Cream Vlog takes it too far. And I gave you guys examples on my video as well as my live stream. Ice Cream Vlog was the same individual that um, had Danielle Champion's name on a piece of paper, and he was throwing $1 bills, $10 bills, $20 bills, $100 bills at Danielle's Champion name. It was written on a piece of paper, by the way. And he was implying that Danielle Champion can be bought. Like Danielle Champion is, a hooker or a prostitute or whatever. All right. And I had an issue with that. Now, some people outside looking in are going like, well, all he did just wrote the girl's name on a piece of paper. I think you're, overreacting on it. But the way how he was talking in that video, it was basically saying that Daniel Champion has no substance. She, all she is someone that you can buy, and she can be bought. And I felt like that was totally out of bounds, particularly when you're throwing money at her name and you're insinuating that. And to make it worse, you are a white guy. Come to find out, we found out his age and how he looks. You're a middle-aged man, a white middle-aged man that has a dental practice. Your wife shares in that practice. All right. So obviously, someone like you with your stature, you really don't need YouTube as far as income goes. All right. So you're doing this because of the adrenaline rush of exposing somebody. And and like I said, I just think it's okay to expose somebody if they do something wrong, but it's another thing entirely when you're exposing someone and you're insulting them, or you're insulting their family members, or just assume that the person that you're talking about can be bought, can be had, or this person is on drugs or anything like that. All right. Not a huge big deal, but it is a big deal. Well, Ice Cream Vlog has been exposed by several outlets in these YouTube streets. Real to Real. There were some other YouTube content creators not as big as him. Mike Ray Vlogs was the first one that came out with this new news. Found out where he lived, his picture, even with his children. And now Ice Cream Vlog is on watch right now. He's on alert. Now this man done scrubbed every video that he had on his channel Ice Cream Vlog. He changed the name to Ice Cream Vlog, but now YouTube has this new has and it started a couple of weeks ago where you have your channel name and then your at can be a totally different name. But Ice Cream Vlog changed his name to Milk and Honey, Milk with Tea, Tea with Coconut Milk, Milk with Lightly Brown Toast, Milk and Gravy, whatever the case, whatever he's calling his new channel. He changed the name, but he didn't change the at name. So it was Milk and Honey at Ice Cream Vlog. And that's where a lot of people knew from that their own that there's a possibility that this man is going to be hiding. All right. So he changed his name on his YouTube name. He scrubbed all his videos. A lot of people feel like he done deleted his videos. I get the sneaking suspicion he had a lot of videos on that channel. He probably private all of those videos. And if I was him, you'll be a fool to delete that type of content. Right now you're embarrassed. Right now, you're talking about the safety of your family. And right now, in my humble opinion, it's not a good idea for you to change your name and to delete those videos. You should stand all 10 toes down and say, yeah, that's me. So what? I'm still going to do me. I'm still going to crank out these videos. And, everything's going to be blase, cool down the road. Yeah, y'all might say something about my looks and things of that nature, but so what? It doesn't change the fact that I have exposed a lot of other people that's making content. So now Ice Cream Vlog is in hiding. And I told you guys last week that it would not shock me none if Ice Cream Vlog come out with a video, explain himself, why he private his videos, why the name change, and what is the future of Ice Cream Vlogs moving forward. I told you in a couple of days he's gonna come out with a video. He's in the lab right now mixing down a video, and it's gonna be cranked out. And we're going to get that video early this week. It never materialized. It never happened. And it left a lot of people speculating on Ice Cream Vlog. And we went through that whole list of the speculations. We went to the list of why he changed his name. We felt like he changed his name because of the simple fact that a lot of people know his real name. A lot of people know his face. A lot of people know where he works at. A lot of people know where his wife works at. And maybe with the name change and privating all those videos, when his wife starts checking out his content, she's going to find out that maybe there's some people out there that really did hated her husband. Maybe there was a lot of people that maybe there was a lot of people that didn't like the content. All right. And if he would have kept those videos up, he would have had a lot of explaining to do with his wife. And maybe he was embarrassed for his family or his wife or his relatives to look at that video, look at that channel and look at all those videos, because it would made him and make him feel something different. So that's what's going on with Ice Cream Vlog. Now, nothing happened. Nothing materialized. He hasn't came out with any video. If you go to his channel, yeah, the name has changed. The name has been changed. The act has been changed. The banner has been changed, but there has been no content coming from that channel. And if he's waiting this long, I get the sneaky suspicion that he's going to come back once all this stuff dies down, and he's not even going to explain it. It's going to be business as usual. He just got a new name. And like I say, he's probably doing that so when his wife do put 2 and 2 together, she's going to type in Ice Cream Vlog, and there's no Ice Cream Vlog to be found. And it would not surprise me when he starts uploading videos from here on out. He's going to have one of those voice box things that change the pitch of his voice, where his voice, you can't match his real voice from the videos. Would not surprise me none on that. Would not even surprise me none if he, and he never did this, do not use a camera to show his face. He never used it when he was Ice Cream Vlog. I'm pretty sure he's not going to do it now with Milk and Honey and Milk and Tea and whatever he calls the YouTube channel. And it would not also surprise me none if he starts doing entertainment and news and sports, things like that, and just stay off of the topics of the Mr. Organics, the Rail to Real, CJ on 32. I mean, he's probably done from that standpoint. All right. But it is what it is, and we're gonna have to wait and see. I can give you guys an idea about what possibly we can hear or see from him. I feel like at a later date, I think he's just going to just move on and keep it pushing. Don't even explain this. I think he's going to change a lot of stuff on his channel. I think his content is going to change. And he's just going to move on. And he's just going to do other type of content. Now, are those subscribers are going to still be there with the other type of content? I don't know. But as far as influencers go, okay. All right. So moving on. Sorry about that. I just had I was reading something from Twitter. Moving on. We're gonna talk about the LaTruth drama. Mr. and Mrs. LaTruth are still at odds with one another. Now, if you've been living under a rock, allow your boy to explain. Basically, Mr. LaTruth and Ms. LaTruth got into an altercation at home. It's a he said, she said type of situation. She said that Mr. LaTruth attacked her with a tote. He's denying it, saying he did not, he didn't do anything of the sort. He was very, and he also said that he was loyal to her. He treated her fair, treated her like a queen. And then after that incident, a lot of other stuff started trickling in, like the nanny who used to be their nanny, and she said some not so kind words to Mr. LaTruth. Now, the only people that came forward for the defense of Mr. LaTruth is his family members. And, your family members are going to support you no matter what, no matter how crazy or argumental you can be. I think, you know, and I feel like that's the only, his family members are really the only ones that have supported Mr. LaTruth. No one outside his family members have came forward and stepped forward and say this is a bold-faced lie. Mrs. LaTruth is be lying out here, all right? So you started seeing videos of them getting back together. I thought they was getting back together, folks. Then you saw Mr. LaTruth put out a video on his YouTube channel of part of the incident, not the whole incident, but part of the incident. And basically he had the part of Ms. LaTruth saying that he had a loaded weapon. Now, initially, everyone rushed to judgment and said, okay, this girl is lying. She's cray cray. Yeah, he may have assaulted her with the tote, but he didn't brand any iron in the vicinity of Ms. LaTruth. He didn't have the fire, okay? He didn't have the matchbooks, all right? He didn't have that steel, all right? So everyone jumped to that conclusion. And that was like a 10, 15-second clip. And basically implying that she's always a woman that be grabbing for attention. All right. She's an attention whore, basically, from that 15-second clip. Well, Ms. LaTruth took to Instagram, Instagram. The reason why I call Instagram is because it satisfies the thirst of you thirsty mofos out there. Well, anywho, she took to Instagram, released a statement saying, and it showed a report saying that the operator asked her, do he has weapons? And she replied, yes. And I think she posted the rest of that video. And when you listen to the video very closely, the operator just simply asked her, does he have a weapon? Not, is he placing a weapon on you, or does he have a weapon right now? And she replied, yes. Now, that made Mr. LaTruth look very petty and very pathetic, all right? Because that sort of blew up in his face. And since then, he hasn't uploaded any more videos. There's also another video, an audio clip of Mr. LaTruth arguing with his wife in the car. And guys, I'm telling you, you gotta be careful when you arguing with your women. All right. Make sure that there's no devices. Make sure that she's not recording you. And even if she is recording you, be on your best behavior. Obviously, Mr. LaTruth was not on his best behavior. And in this audio, he's calling her everything except the child of God. He's throwing B words after B words, saying that I'm not going to have no B word disrespect me or to put you out, and you want to get an Uber home. And she called him one B word. But if this was a B word fight, Mr. LaTruth would have won that game, set, match, because every other syllable, every two syllables, one of those syllables was a B word. All right. Made him look totally bad. I mean, you're going to put your wife out because y'all have a dispute. You're going to put out your wife who you have a child with, who have up now she has other children that were not created by him, but she's still a mother. I understand in the heat of the moment. I understand when there's a disagreement, words are going to be said, and some men will correct on the fly. and other men, they're going to say a lot of things that they're going to regret, and they're going to come later on and apologize and say that they're sorry. I don't know if he did that or not. I just give him the benefit of the doubt and just say, well, maybe when cooler heads prevailed later on that day, he probably went back. He probably went into the bedroom and apologized to her. All right. I don't know. All right. But I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. All right. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Uh, it clearly shows that you two guys, well, just you are very argumentative towards your wife. And ever since that audio dropped, I mean, Ms. LaTruth has receipts, all right? It's not looking good for Mr. LaTruth. And, even during, uh, during this whole situation between him and his wife, he's up here making TikTok videos and posting them on his YouTube channel. He's got his shirt off. He's trying to become a model. I don't know what Mr. LaTruth is doing. Probably painting the picture that he's better without her, and he's not the guy that you see on video or the guy that you hear in the audio. He's singing John B songs. They don't know. I mean, uh, this man is looking like a clown. And look, before we break this whole log into him, pause. All right. I first like to say this. When you are in a heated moment, no matter if it's your significant other or a coworker or your homeboy or your homegirl, whatever. All right. I just feel like if you know what you're saying, and if you're saying something very volatile, very negative, that's one thing. But when you take it to calling this woman everything but the child of God, it's just not a good look. And you were married to her, so you knew. Yeah, let's just say hypothetically, she knows how to trigger you, and let's just say hypothetically, she's the problem. Okay, let's just say hypothetically, all that stuff is true, but you married her. Okay, so you married her, and you are married to the luggage that she has around her. So you can't turn around and use it as a defense, saying, well, she's argumentative, she's this, she's toxic, she's that, and this, that, and the third. But you married her. So you can't use a lot of those tactics because you accepted her as she was. You knew she was toxic. You knew she was argumental. You knew she was volatile, but you still married her anyway. And now you're saying, well, the reason why we're breaking up because of those three things. But you married her. You knew what you was getting when you married her. All right. So you can't use that as an excuse, basically. Now, this whole situation between her and Mr. LaTruth, he's looking bad out here, not only in the social media streets, but in these YouTube streets. All right. And her channel is flourishing. People are subscribing to her channel ad nauseum. All right. Her videos are popping. Even her YouTube shorts, her TikToks and Instagram is popping. All right. On the other hand, with Mr. LaTruth, it's getting kind of cold and stale over there, my friend. I just think if I was a friend of his, or if I was his business partner, or I worked under him, I would tell him, look, dude, you might want to chill out on this and just quit while you're behind, because you're not going to win this battle. Name one time where a man and a woman divorces, and the man says the woman is XYZ, but the man won in public opinion versus the woman. It rarely happens. Now, I know a lot of people are going to say, well, what about that Pirates and Caribbean star and Amber Heard, Johnny Depp and Amber Heard? What about them? I mean, Johnny Depp took her to court and he exposed her, and he made her look like a fool. That's the one time a man won in a situation like that. Okay, but name another time. And in that situation, Amber Heard looks like a loose screw. She looks like a full blown nut. Okay. Amber Heard looks like an individual that should be evaluated. Okay. She should be evaluated Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, twice on Saturday, and just kept in a mental hospital on Sunday. Okay. That's Amber Heard. All right. Amber Heard did not help herself none in that when she was going up against Johnny Depp. And Johnny Depp he could have easily lost that case because Johnny Depp is no Boy Scout himself. He's not a saint himself. Have y'all heard the stories about Johnny Depp? So that's the one time where a man won public perspection, and that was the one time where we as men stood up and said, yeah, it's about time we won one of these things. But when will we win again? And he won against a woman that he could have easily won in court. She was not an angel herself. But can anyone else name any other time? You can't, can you? So, yeah, I just feel like Mr. LaTruth, Ms. LaTruth, y'all just need to chill. I mean, you just need to chill. Let this blow away if it can, and just be there for the kids, or for all kids, for all of her kids, not just the one that you created, but for all of her kids. Try to create a partnership with her, with the kids, and just move on from there. I mean, you go talk to whoever you want to go to, and she can talk to whoever she wants to talk to, but I just feel like, you two should do your own things. All right. And just be happy. At the end of the day, I don't have a winning horse in this. I want Mr. LaTruth to have his flowers, and I want Ms. LaTruth to have her flowers at the end of the day. All right. Now, moving on. We're going to keep moving. We're going to keep this thing funky and keep it moving. All right. Woo. This early one, man. I know I had it scheduled at 12 noon, but I felt like I need to go and crank this thing up. Go home, get some shut eye, and be waiting in anticipation for the next video or live stream next tomorrow. Okay. But anywho, moving forward. So, and this is something that I talked about on my live stream about ice cream vlog or milk with tea, milk with honey, whatever his name is. I said that I understood initially for all the people that were the apologists for ice cream vlog, saying that he was really keeping us in check about these people, about these YouTube influencers, about the scams and about what they do, what they say they have, and this, that, and the third. And that's fine and dandy if you want to do videos like that. If you want to do exposed videos like that, I have no issue with it because everyone is subject to an opinion, to an argument. But at the end of the day, it's an opinion. And an opinion doesn't mean the honest to God truth. An opinion doesn't mean it's factual. All right. An opinion is just a thought coming from your perspective. And maybe you don't have all the facts together. Okay. Maybe you don't have all the dialogue. Maybe the person that you're talking about, you have no interaction with them other than watching their video. You don't know this individual and they don't know you. All right. But that's an opinion. All right. Everyone, opinions are like buttholes. Everyone has one. All right. But it doesn't mean an opinion is the honest to God truth. All right. And I feel like Ice Cream Vlog is entitled to his opinion. I feel like 1000 HP Media is entitled to his opinion. And Just My Opinion podcast, I'm Chris the Don One, is too entitled to his opinion. But so are you guys. You guys are entitled to your opinions as well. But opinion doesn't mean that it's factual. It doesn't. It doesn't mean that it's factual. I'm not saying it's 100% bogus. I'm not saying it's a 100% lie. But I'm also not here to tell you that it's 100% true. And I had no issues with Ice Cream Vlog, going through how I don't have no problem with Ice Cream Vlog's opinion on whether or not people are being scammed by these giveaways or these raffles. I have no problem with Ice Cream Vlog on that level. I don't have no problem with Ice Cream Vlog making videos on do they own that car or is that car a rental? Do they own that home or is that home rental, a rental? I don't have a problem with the jewelry. Is the jewelry theirs or is it a rental? Okay. Have no issues with that as well. The only issue I had with Ice Cream Vlog is he was doing way too much showing people's addresses because you can get someone hurt by informing the public where they actually live. You can get someone into some serious trouble or get them seriously hurt if people knew where everybody lived. Now, I know a lot of people are going to say, the apologists of Ice Cream Vlog, well, really, it's not that hard to figure out. I mean, all you got to do is slow down the video and you can see some of the addresses. You might get lucky and see their house number either in the video or through a reflection of the car while you slowing down the video. And it's really not that hard to find out where they live and this, that, and the third. But still, I just feel like it's kind of foul when you're showing people's addresses and not only their addresses, but their significant other addresses and their relatives. I think that's kind of foul. And I think it's kind of lame too. That's where I had an issue with Ice Cream Vlog. Okay. And that's why I couldn't co-sign with none of that. And like I said, you can get someone seriously hurt by showing their address. I think now all the other stuff is fair game, but that I felt like that was out of bounds and out of line. Okay. And I'm not wishing the worst for Ice Cream Vlog. I felt like he got his own medicine placed back on him. Okay, then since you like exposing people's addresses and exposing people where they work at and exposing people's relatives and their significant other and their children, then what's good for the goose is good for the gander. And we're going to do that to you. And that's exactly what they did. But I'm not for none of that, but I understand why they did it. I would not personally do that, but I understand why they did it. And like I said, I watched some of Ice Cream Vlog videos. I just think at the end of the day they were entertaining. That wasn't informative. I didn't learn anything new from Ice Cream Vlog, and a lot of his information was information that was selective type of information. Yeah, that's fine that you done your research and your homework and you found out where this influencer lived at. That's fine and dandy, but I don't personally care, and I think that's kind of foul showing someone where they live and where they work at. Um, but another thing that kind of boggles the mind and kind of I couldn't really necessarily co-sign with Ice Cream Vlog is he would always attack African American social media influencers. He made it his campaign to do that. I think that's very foul. All right. He would always attack the rail to reels, the CJs on 32s. He would always attack the lawsuit Jerry's, the Mr. Organics, uh, Mike Ray vlogs. He would always attack tall guy. Okay, Jasmine. Danielle Champion. What have Danielle Champion done or harmed, or who she harmed to anybody? All right. If you don't like her demeanor and her attitude, yeah, I can feel you on that. But it's not like Danielle Champion had a fake, an alleged fake raffle, or you just don't like her because she just said out loud she just don't like certain people in certain communities. Okay, she wasn't a totally bad individual. That's basically what I'm getting at. But he would always attack those entities. But when it comes to the Jake Pauls, he gave them a pass. Both of the Paul brothers. He said nothing about none of the Paul brothers. He said nothing about about Mr. Beast. There's tons of videos out there of people saying, quote unquote, they're exposing Mr. Beast. And I think Mr. Beast is a cool dude. Giving away money to giving away money. I think that's a good thing. But he never made one video or one post about Mr. Beast or any other white content creators or any other nationalities. It was just always the black content creators, the black influencers on social media and on YouTube. And I'm not saying that he's racist, but like I said earlier, you have to set back some time and look at the perspective on what you're doing, how this is making you look right now. Like the Danielle Champion situation, when he was throwing dollar bills at Danielle's Champion name, insinuating she can be bought. And he probably didn't think long enough about doing a scene like that. But you got a middle-aged white man throwing money at Danielle's Champion name and insinuating that this black woman can be bought. There's levels to everything. Sometimes you have to think things through before you actually do them. Sometimes you think before you actually hit send or the record button and say to yourself, is this a good idea? Is this a good look for me? And I had an issue with that, but I also had, and I can understand why Rail to Real and CJ on 32 and Mr. Organic would always say, why is he always attacking the black content creators on YouTube? How come he hasn't made a video about the other content creators, the other vloggers on YouTube? How come he's not making videos about them? And all I'm saying is it would be nice if Ice Cream Vlog is fair and in balance. Say like, hey, not only I make videos about you guys, I'm gonna make videos about these guys as well. It was always so one-sided with him. And once again, I'm not insinuating that this guy is racist. I don't think Ice Cream Vlog is racist. I just think Ice Cream Vlog really doesn't think things through and how things can be used against you and treat you and put you in a category that you are not. And that's why a lot of people feel like he's a racist. Again, I don't think Ice Cream Vlog is a racist. I just think he's an individual. He's an individual that really doesn't think things through when he's creating and editing videos. Yes, that gives you a quick laugh or two, but in retrospect, people are going to look at that and go, whoa, wait a minute. Does he have issues with women? Does he have issues with Black women? Does he have issues with Black men? Because, it's video after video of him dismantling Black people. And now people start jumping to conclusions like, well, maybe he's racist. Maybe he doesn't like Black women. Maybe he doesn't like Black men. I don't think this man is racist. I just think this man doesn't see things through. But yeah, that's all I want to talk about with Ice Cream Vlog. I think in retrospect, I hope he comes back. And like I said, I never subscribed to Ice Cream Vlog. But it wouldn't hurt me none if he comes back or if he doesn't come back. I would like to see him come back. I would like to see him explain it, but it wouldn't surprise me none that not only he comes back, but he doesn't explain it. He just keeps it pushing, keep it 100, and keep it moving. All right. So, yeah, that's the only issues I have with Ice Cream Vlog. That's the only thing I couldn't co-sign all the way through with. I mean, it is what it is. So we are done. We are done. Almost an hour in the books, and we are done. I like to appreciate everyone that came in through the live stream. No matter if you came in for a few seconds or 10 or 20 minutes, I really do appreciate everyone that came in live. I would have loved for someone to hit me up in the comment section and comment below what their thoughts, their opinions. Again, everyone's entitled to an opinion. Opinions are like buttholes. Everyone has one, trust me. But I'm done. I will do another Too Early for This podcast, and that will be episode 11. Maybe next week. I definitely want to crank in one more before the new year starts. So we'll have, so we can have some under the belt for this year. Wish I would have had more, but your boy been mad busy. Anyway, it's your boy, the host with the most. I do not brag or boast, and I'm coming to you guys live from coast to coast. It's your boy. I'm Chris Don One. Welcome to Too Early for This podcast. I will see you guys when I see you. I'm up out of here. Deuces, outro.